afternoon, everyone. We're delighted to have you here today to share in the graduation ceremony of the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court program. That so many of you have taken time out to be here today with us reminds us how truly important this program is. Today we have 7 participants who have completed the requirements of the program and are here to celebrate their accomplishments along with their family and friends. We are honored to have with us today the Governor of the Commonwealth, the Honorable Terrence McCullough, as our guest speaker, along with Delegate Betsy Carr of the 69th District and Senator Henry Marsh, who will be making a presentation later in the program. I know that we have many dignitaries with us here today as our guests, and prior to the conclusion of our ceremony, we will be acknowledging you and your presence. Once again, on behalf of the judges and the entire drug court team, we'd like to thank each of you for coming and say it's a pleasure to see you here today. We want to begin our program with a selection by the Imani Singers of First Baptist Church in South Richmond. Again, welcome and thank you for coming.
Very quickly, good afternoon to Governor, other dignitaries, my drug court family, and you've already heard my Imani family. And the Imani Singers are a select group of singers that sing at the First Baptist Church of South Richmond. And our esteemed pastor is the Reverend Dr. Mayor Dwight C. Jones. And he is here with us today. And we did not come here to preach and we did not come here to prophetize, but it's always said in the rooms and in the literature, there's always references made to a higher power. So we did come to sing and praise our higher power, and at this time we're going to bring Miss Ashley Adams out to lead us in song. Okay.
I've got so much to thank God for. So many wonderful blessings and so many opened doors. A brand new mercy along with each new day. That's why I praise you. For this I give you praise. For waking me up this morning. That's why I praise you. For starting me on my way. That's why I praise you. For letting me see the sunshine. Good afternoon. I am honored to present to you our speaker today, our 72nd governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. We welcome the governor to our stage today. We tell you that we have him as a drug court supporter, and since he was sworn in as governor in January of 2014, he has proclaimed May of this year as Drug Court Month, and in that proclamation, he recognized the importance of drug courts in reducing recidivism and in presenting our drug court participants as accountable citizens when they graduate. Please stand and welcome the one person in the Commonwealth who needs no introduction, the governor.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Well, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It is an honor to be here with you, and I want to thank Judge Spencer and all the great work you've done. Mayor, it's always great to be with you. As you know, I am now a resident of the city of Richmond, having moved down from Northern Virginia, and I am just blessed that we have a mayor like Mayor Jones. Is he not spectacular? Give him and Senator Marsh, Delegate Carr, Brian Miranda, our Secretary of Public Safety. It is an honor to be here today with all of you. Give these seven a great round of applause again if we could, folks. I want to thank Judge Spencer, first of all, that she has been serving here at the Drug Treatment Court since its beginning. You are, 16 years later. Is that how long it's been? 16 years. Your devotion. I got to tell you, on behalf of all of us in the Commonwealth of Virginia, we truly honor your commitment, and I am so grateful for all that you have done for this program. So give the judge a great round of applause. It is really an honor to be here. I've had an exciting day. As many of you have probably known, I had a small little press conference today and had to veto a whole bunch of things that had come out of the General Assembly, because I am passionate about helping people. And I'm passionate about helping those folks who are most in need of help today. And the idea that we would turn away, as of today, $858 million of your money that we could bring back to provide health care for our citizens in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and to turn that away, to me, was unacceptable. So today, as governor, I vetoed that legislation, and I'm going to move forward with what I can do. You know, since being sworn as governor, I've given commencement addresses at several institutions. I did Virginia Tech. I picked one 4-year. I picked a community college. I picked a technical school. But honestly, the honor to be here with you today to finish up my commencement activities, I saved the best for last. So I thank you for this. We are here today to recognize your achievements over the past year, and what a special honor it is for all of us. Each of you started in this program after some low moments in your life, but it is because of your dedication, your commitment, and your hard work that you have successfully turned your lives around. I know that graduating from this program wasn't easy. You must be clean and sober. You must be gainfully employed, and you must attend weekly meetings. You have taken your setbacks and you have turned them into personal growth. And as we gather here today to celebrate your achievements, we should also think back on how far this program has come. The Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court was founded more than 15 years ago by Justice Donald Lemons, who today serves on the Supreme Court. At the time it was launched, this court was just one of 3 pilot programs in Virginia. And I think it's fair to say, Judge, that people were skeptical when this got going. But today, now, this many years later, there are 27 similar programs like this throughout the country. As governor, I feel that it's my duty to encourage the development of more programs like this and to give people the chance to move forward with their lives instead of letting setbacks define them. To me, drug courts are an example of good government. It is better for Virginia and better for you to have the opportunity to learn from your mistakes and to build a better life. Each of you here, the 7 of you, took that opportunity. I am so proud of you. Programs like this and residents like you are part of what makes Virginia such an exceptional place to live, to work, and to raise a family. And for those of you who are graduating today, marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Your hard work, your dedication inspire me every single day. I would like to give you a couple little pieces of advice that I've learned through my life. I always say first, always stay positive. I think I speak for everybody in this room. Life always has plenty of disappointments. I've had my share too. But the key issue is, how do you deal with disappointments? Many of you may not know, but I actually ran for governor in 2009. I ran on a platform of big ideas: high-speed rail, wind turbines, take Virginia to the next level. And I said, if you don't like my big ideas, don't vote for me. And you didn't. That's all right. I had a great time. But the key was, I got back out of bed the next day. I dusted myself off, and I got right back in that arena. And I'm now standing here as the 72nd governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia because I got knocked down, and I got back up again. It all starts with recognizing every day that you have to, when you get out of bed, that day has the potential to be a very good one. It's you that make the difference if you're going to really turn that into a great day. My second piece of advice is, never underestimate the value of perseverance. And you've already learned that, but it bears repeating. Success does not come easy. You must work tirelessly, and you must accept things that sometimes just don't go your way, sometimes with the General Assembly. You know what? There are times you're going to fail. That's okay. The whole key to life is learning how to deal with failures and to use them to continue to grow and move yourself forward. You have already come this far, and it's truly inspiring. So remember, never, ever give up. And finally, always remember your strength. This treatment program is not easy to complete. Graduates, you have done what you probably once thought was almost unthinkable. You overcame your own personal struggles while supporting your families and continuing to make a meaningful contribution to your communities. Hard work will get you far in life, so never let your strength falter. I'm working on my part to make sure that Virginia remains a place that rewards hard work and supports people who, even if they fail, never stop trying to make life better for themselves and their families, especially people who have shown your resilience. One of the programs I've done as governor is to make sure that we restore voting rights for ex-felons. And I'm proud to stand here today to announce that as governor, I have done more voting rights restoration than any governor in the history of the Commonwealth of Virginia. I moved some of the categories around, and if you were convicted of a drug offense, we've moved you away and put you into a category you can immediately get your voting rights back. Let's get people back into society, working, feeling good, and a key part of that is making sure that they have the ability to vote. So while I have shattered records so far, I'm only just beginning. I want to come here today to commend you on your hard work, your discipline, and the dedication that you have shown. Participants, you are on a great path forward. There are thousands of roads to success, and I can say without a doubt that this is one of them. Now that you have graduated, you have the rest of your lives in front of you. And please never forget your family, and I'd ask you to give a round of applause to all the folks in this room who have been supportive of you as you've gone through this program. Never forget your family, your community, and your Commonwealth. We are all behind you, and we will stay there. I will do my part as governor to make sure that we have opportunities. I talk about job creation every day, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics just came out. Since I've been governor, Mayor, 79,000 more Virginians are working today than when I became governor, which is a record for the Commonwealth of Virginia. Good jobs, good wages, and good benefits, folks. That's how you keep that family unit together. So you have taken that first step on behalf of all of us as governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you for what you have done, and thank you for what you are about to do to the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you very much.
And now for the presentation to the graduates. Would the friends and family of Harold Benjamin please stand up? Mr. Benjamin was referred to the drug court by the Honorable Richard D. Taylor, Jr. on June 22, 2012. His drug of choice is cocaine, for which he has a 23-year history. He is currently employed by Tyson's Food and has been there for 16 months. He would like others to know that drug court has been the most challenging process that he has been fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to participate in. I give you Mr. Harold Benjamin.
There's no word I can speak to show my gratitude and my appreciation for all the people that have been working with me. It's been a long road for me, but thanks to the law enforcement, got my tail where I'm supposed to be, you know. Your Honor, thank you. And I want to say to all my clinicians and everybody that worked with me, including you, the Honorable C.T. Woody, only thing I can say to y'all is I love y'all, and I thank you.
Would the friends and family of Miss Julia Matthews please stand up? Ms. Matthews was referred to the drug court by the Honorable Judge Bradley Cavito on December 6, 2012. Her drugs of choice were alcohol and marijuana, for which she has a 14-year history. She is currently employed by AMS Property Services and has been there for 1 year. She would like others to know that drug court has been a life-changing experience that has awakened her senses to a peaceful reality. I give you Miss Julia Matthews.
Hello, drug court family. I thank all of you participants for supporting me through this process, and all of drug court staff too. As mountains are conquered and oceans are moved today, I honor my family who've stood by my side and will continue to do so. The person I need to thank the most today is the Honorable Judge Bradley Cavito, who shared with me his hope, his compassion, and his determination, and a great opportunity for giving me the chance to participate in drug court. Thank you.
Would the friends and family of Mr. Jonay Monroe please stand up? Mr. Monroe was referred to the drug court by the Honorable Judge Walter Stout on April 5th, 2012. His drug of choice is marijuana, for which he has a 10-year history. He is currently employed by Fariva Pharmaceutical, and he has been there for 1 year. He would like others to know that drug court has helped him to get his life back on track. I give you Mr. Joe Naaman.
I sweat in court, so I'm really sweating in front of y'all. I'd like to thank God for bringing me here, drug court staff, Mr. Mike, Judge Spencer, Judge Jenkins for putting me in the program, and thank y'all.
Would the friends and family of Miss Tammy Hagan Noe please stand up? Ms. Hagan Noe was referred to the Richmond Adult Drug Court by the Honorable Richard D. Taylor, Jr. on December 17, 2010. Her drugs of choice were heroin, cocaine, alcohol, and anything else she could get high on. She has a 40-year history of use. She is currently employed by City Diner, where she's worked for 1 year, McDonald's, where she's worked for 1 year, and she is also the proprietor of Growing Home for 3 years. She would like others to know that drug court has challenged her to examine her strengths and weaknesses, and has made her test the question as to whether she is willing to pursue the life she wants. She says she wants. I give you Ms. Hagan.
I imagine a couple of people are holding their breath. Because I have a tendency to talk for just a moment. And I really do want to take this opportunity to say a couple of things. So the first thing I want to do is thank all of you. One of the things that Judge Spencer, one of my favorite things that's ever been said to me is a while back, Judge Spencer said, "Here comes my little Energizer bunny." Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. And and I took that as a high compliment. I really did. I don't know if, I'm going to test your math skills here for a second. Drug court's an 18-month program. I was arrested on October 10th, 2010. I was brought into, actually Judge Taylor gave me a recognizance bond on the week of Christmas that year. And I started coming to drug court, but I wasn't actually placed into the program until March. And I've been in drug court ever since. So you do the math. I've been here for 3.5 years. And they say that sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, but it will always materialize if you work for it. And another, little cliche that you hear in 12-step rooms is, you look for one person who believes in you and wants to help you in your recovery. Well, I can tell you, I can't say all of the names of all the faces that I recognize out in this group, but I do want to draw the attention to a couple people. The first two are my mom and dad. There's Evelyn Hagan right here and Richard Hagan right there. They've been my biggest fans like my whole life. And John and Carol right there, I want to give a special round of applause to. I fell flat on my face after multiple years of recovery back in 2005, I believe it was. And John and Carol picked me up off my feet, and they have been in my life ever since. And so, again, I'm going to test your math skills. 2004 till, when I got arrested in 2010. And even still, and I want to oh my goodness, March 15th last year was, and so I'm 15 months clean right now. John and Carol have a really neat place called the McShin Foundation, and they have supported me and been there with the stirrup to get me back up on the horse every time that I've felt that I've never not been able to reach out to that family and not be accepted by them. And I just cannot, the laundry list, I could be up here for an hour telling you all the ways that they have supported me through the years, so up to this point. And I don't want to monopolize too much time. But one thing I do want to take just a moment to say is a lot of times we see the polished version. We see the polished version standing up here, but I want to tell you that when I got arrested, I weighed about 110 pounds, and and I had I think I was about 24 hours from death, and I've had a rough time in this program. If there is any way that you can screw up in this program, I've done it. And when I said that this program has given me the opportunity to examine myself, my strengths and my weaknesses. Again, it's easy to say to examine my weaknesses because I know what a lot of my weaknesses are. But I also was given the opportunity to examine some of my strengths, to know that when I came to court on Friday, I was going to jail. And to show up. And if there's a message that I can give to any of the new people that, that are now, coming into the program, is that just show up. Because it's not even about the actual program, it's about you and discovering the fruit that, that can come from the seed that's inside of your chest. You don't know how much fortitude. I'm going to tell you, I did not know if I was going to come to court on Fridays, but it was through getting together with people in this program like Janine. It's just like there's so many people in this room. Yeah. So I have a great deal of gratitude, and I just want to thank everyone. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Will the friends and family of Mr. Antoine Page stand up? Mr. Page was referred to drug court by the Honorable Judge Richard D. Taylor Jr. on November 9, 2012. His drugs of choice were heroin and opiate painkillers, for which he has a 22-year history. Mr. Page is currently employed by Tyson's Food for 16 months, and he would like others to know that drug court has given him a new beginning in life and has allowed him to obtain goals that he thought were unattainable. Mr. Antoine Page.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for coming. I simply just want to extend some gratitude to all of you, especially Judge Spencer and Judge Taylor, Ms. Jones, so many people, Mr. Morris. And you have to excuse me because I'm rather nervous. But Mr. Morris, my advocate, he did more than advocate. He was there always pushing me to continue to do what needed to be done. My clinician, Ms. Alexander, who allowed me to share her wisdom so that I wouldn't make continuously bad choices. And to an old friend who I love dearly, who has always been by my side, Mr. Larry Everett. Thank you.
Will the friends and family of Mr. Leon Richardson please rise? Mr. Richardson was referred to drug court by the Honorable Judge Richard D. Taylor Jr. in June 14th of 2012. His drugs of choice were cocaine and alcohol, for which he had a 15-year history. Mr. Richardson is currently employed by Tyson's for 16 months, and he would like others to know that drug court has made a difference in his life. Drug court has kept him on the straight and narrow path, and drug court has showed him a different way to live, drug-free, clean, and sober. Mr. Leon Richardson.
I want to thank the staff and everybody that had anything to do with drug court. Because if it wasn't drug court, I don't know where I'd be right now. So thank y'all. And thank everybody for coming.
Will the friends and family of Mr. Lee Spencer please rise? Mr. Spencer was referred to drug court by the Honorable Judge Gregory Roop in February 14, 2013. His drugs of choice were marijuana and crack cocaine, for which he had a 23-year history. Mr. Spencer is currently employed by the Greater Richmond Transportation Company for 2 years and 2 months. He would like others to know that drug court has helped him realize he had a habit. Drug court has kept him clean and sober, and by helping Mr. Spencer, he feels like he can now be an inspiration to others who are struggling with addiction. Mr. Lee Spencer.
Good evening. I'd like to thank my family, drug court staff, everybody who supported me throughout this program, because it'll change your life. You gotta want this. And for anybody who knew, it worked, so. But thank everybody for coming.
At this time, we're going to have a charge to the graduates. Would all the graduates please stand? On behalf of the City of Richmond, Richmond Police Department, District 1, Probation and Parole, Richmond Behavioral Health Authority, the Richmond Sheriff's Office, and the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court, we charge you to the following. To be committed, you should commit yourself first to wellness, both physical and emotional, to excellence and to personal growth. To be in control of your destiny. Your path will not be easy, but it is your responsibility to be in charge of your destiny. The success of your future is up to you. Now you have the key to open the doors of opportunity and continued success. To continue learning. Knowledge is power. Continue to learn as much as you can about how to be a productive and accountable citizen. To value yourself. You are a valuable being. You are worth more than the weight in gold. You must consider yourself priceless. Your body a temple and your mind a key to your success. And finally, to be respectful. Rules are made for our safety. You must respect and obey the laws of the City of Richmond, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and the United States. Remember the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. You must always respect yourself, and you will respect other persons. Thank you, and that's the end of your charge. You may be seated.
We will now have Delegate Betsy Carr and Senator Henry Marsh come forward. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. We will now have the mayor, Dwight Jones, come forward.
I look a little bit like Betsy Carr, right? Governor McAuliffe, and to Judge Spencer and to all of those who are here today, it's a delight and a privilege to have the opportunity to come and share, first of all, to congratulate the graduates of the drug court and to admonish you, as you have already been admonished, of the wonderful opportunity you have and the blessing you have received by being in this program, and to tell you not to repeat your past, just learn from it, and to thank God for second chances, and to know that we're all proud of you and looking for the very best that will come from you. So once again, congratulations on your graduation today. And then I have the opportunity to mention how proud we are of the drug court program. For those of us who have served in the General Assembly and are serving in the General Assembly, Governor, you need to know that we worked on this legislation for a long time and were fought hand and tooth against this program. But we see the residual effects of what our fighting brought forth. And for that, sometimes when we have scars and bruises, Brian, you know, you wonder why you're doing it, but when you see that the proof is in the pudding, then it's all worth it. And so we are grateful to this program, and Henry Marsh reminded me that this drug court has taken on some of the most challenging cases that other programs have chosen not to take on. And so we want to congratulate the drug court today for the fine work that they have done. And let me give a plug for our Alternatives to Incarceration program while I'm standing here. We don't want to build bigger jails, Sheriff Woody. We want to make sure that persons are going to places where they can be helped, because we believe in the redemptive value of humanity. And this program proves that there is redemption that is available to individuals and that everybody has a life that's worth saving. And we don't want to warehouse folk, we want to get them to where they can be productive members of society. And this program proves that. I also want to take this moment to break protocol and just kind of do something that I want to do. I want to recognize Judge Spencer for the wonderful job she has done in this court. And I have a proclamation that I'm, okay, was that a good thing you said? I didn't hear it. Okay, was it good? Okay, all right, great. Okay, I didn't catch it. I just don't want you to be saying anything bad to me, all right? But Judge, come on and receive this, and I would read it. But I know that there are many to follow, and I know that many people are going to be saying congratulations to you upon your retirement. But we wanted to make sure that, and stand up, Kathy and Parker from City Council. City of Richmond wants you to know how delighted we are that you were a part of this drug court, and from 1998, is it? From 1998 till the present, you have been in charge of it along with your other colleagues. And upon your retirement, we want to congratulate you and let you know that we appreciate Judge Margaret Poles Spencer.
believe that we're now ready for Delegate Betsy Carr and Senator Henry Marsh to come forward with the resolution. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is really such a privilege and extreme delight to be here, to celebrate with you graduates and to commend the work of the drug court. You know, the General Assembly selects individuals, organizations, entities that really make a difference in our Commonwealth, and they like to single them out and make a commendation. And we have something today that we'd like to present to the drug court. I'm going to read it with Senator Marsh here with me. We've both signed on to it. The Commonwealth of Virginia General Assembly House Joint Resolution number 139, commending the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court, agreed to by the House of Delegates January 17th, 2014, agreed to by the Senate January 23rd, 2014. My favorite statement right now is, it shows that the House and the Senate can agree on some things that are important, like the drug court. Whereas in 2013, the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court celebrated 15 years of celebrating nonviolent felony offenders, led clean and sober lives. And whereas founded in 1998, the goal of the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court is to reduce drug use and drug-related crimes by providing therapy and court supervision through innovative probation techniques and outpatient treatment services unique to the individual. And whereas admission to the program is voluntary and many participants may not receive reduced sentences upon completion, their primary motivation for joining the program is often to lead a drug-free life. And whereas the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court program includes daily drug testing, individual and group counseling, and membership in 12-step programs for a minimum of 18 months, and whereas creating an environment of responsibility and accountability, participants in the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court program must also carry out community service, attend community recovery meetings, and appear before a circuit court judge to ensure program compliance. And whereas the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court helps participants become productive members of society by providing vocational training and job placement services. During the program, participants must be employed or full-time students, and over 79% of program completers are still employed. And whereas the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court has achieved many successes, graduating over 300 participants since its inception, the program has led to significantly lower recidivism rates and lower costs to taxpayers in the Richmond area. And whereas individuals who complete the treatment are more likely to remain drug-free, and the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court has inspired many individuals to believe that your past is not your potential. And whereas the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court celebrated its 15th anniversary on December 13, 2013, with a special commemorative program. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the House of Delegates, the Senate concurring, that the General Assembly hereby commend the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court, a groundbreaking program that has helped hundreds of individuals in the Richmond area live drug-free and crime-free lives on the occasion of its 15th anniversary. And be it resolved further that the Clerk of the House of Delegates prepare a copy of this resolution for presentation to the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court as an expression of the General Assembly's admiration for the court's dedication to bettering the community. Patrons Carr and Marsh, thank you very much. Thank you, Judge. Thank you so much.
We've come to a moment in our program that is bittersweet for the entire drug court staff here at the program. We wanted to take time out today to pay tribute to the woman that is responsible for everything you've witnessed here today in this celebration, and that is the Honorable Margaret P. Spencer. As many of you know, she has announced her retirement, and even though staff is saddened by this announcement, we couldn't let her leave without knowing how much we've appreciated her leadership over the 16 years. Judge Spencer inherited this program 8 months after it initially started in 1998. And we began the program in a small room, a single room. We had 4 employees at the time. 2 of those people remain, myself and Mike Hanrahan. During the first year, our budget was slashed a third. And we were underfunded for probably the first 5 years of the program. During that time, it was doubtful that we would succeed. And like the governor stated, it wasn't the most popular program at that time. But Judge Spencer did what she needed to do. She called people. She made sure that we kept that continuation funding going. And I wanted to tell you that she's done so much to promote drug courts across Virginia. And without her as an advocate, I'm sure that we wouldn't have the drug court legislation that governs many of the drug courts here in Virginia today. Mark Warner was the governor at the time, and I see Donna Boone. Donna Boone was one of the individuals who was part of that delegation when Judge Spencer called up, got an interview with the governor, and met with him to discuss the legislation that would later be signed by the governor. You know, Judge Spencer has done so much more as far as giving training to drug court professionals, other judges, other attorneys, talking about the effectiveness of drug courts across Virginia. She's a member of the statewide drug court committee, and she's traveled the state filling in for other jurisdictions that don't have a permanent drug court judge. And she's still doing that in the midst of maintaining a criminal docket of her own, criminal and civil docket, and our drug court. So that tells you how committed to this program she has truly been. And she's always set the bar really high for the Richmond drug court. And because of that, she's always given us a vision and her leadership, and we responded as best we could to keep up with that. We have added to our program from its inception a co-occurring disorder program for persons with mental health issues. We're able also to add to the program a component whereby some individuals may start out incarcerated but still be a part of the Richmond Adult Drug Court program. And I don't want anyone leaving here today to think that Judge Spencer is just a drug court judge, because that is far from the truth. It's really hard to, or impossible for us to measure her influences she's made to the community and to the court itself. And Judge Spencer, I just wanted you to know, before I break out in tears here, that we wish you the best and feel comforted in knowing that you'll continue with the drug court program in an advisory capacity, and that you're going to continue to promote drug courts across Virginia. And we feel that it's only appropriate for the first woman judge to sit on our circuit court here in Richmond to be awarded a Lady of Justice as a symbolic gesture. So, will you please come forward so we can accept your gift? of the Richmond Adult Drug Treatment Court Program from 1998 to 2014. Now, Drug Court family, I want you to stand and show the rest of our audience how we give a round of applause. Show them how we do it. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much. There's no crying in basketball or in the judiciary or baseball. I think all praise for any success for this drug court program belongs to three groups of people. And the first group would be our participants and our graduates. I refer to our participants as our future graduates. So our future graduates, our past graduates, and our current graduates, please stand. Our future, current, and past graduates are simply phenomenal. Our participants have made this program a success, and I thank you for your courage. I thank you for inspiring me. I thank you for educating me, and I thank you for making this program successful. We wish all of you the best. The second group would be the tremendous drug court staff that we have. As Ms. Jones mentioned, two of our staff members have been with us since day one. And for anyone in the drug court community, you would know that's truly phenomenal. For someone to stay with drug court when you didn't know whether, as of July 1st, you would be unemployed. And our staff has been consistent in supporting me, in educating me, and working 24/7, 365 days a year for the Richmond Adult Drug Court. I think our program is one of the few programs in the United States that test our participants every day of the year. They are subject to being tested Christmas Day, Saturday, Sunday, every day of the year. And it's because we have a truly dedicated staff. They are willing to work overtime, undertime, and they've always supported me. So we have to give a big round of support to Ms. Jones and the entire drug court staff. Now, the third group that any praise for the success of drug court should truly remain on our drug court team. In addition to the staff, the team consists of Judge Taylor, and I'm saying that twice for a reason, Judge Jenkins, the Public Defender's Office, the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, our private attorneys. Our team has worked hard. Their commitment to drug court beyond all possible doubt is just amazing. I am very grateful for the opportunity to contribute to the legacy of the Richmond Adult Drug Court. Thank you very much.
One second.
With every judge, there's a great secretary, and that person is Phyllis Thomas. Would you come forward, Phyllis? Hurry up again. Phyllis, we know we have worried you to death. I know we have. But we wanted to also make sure that you knew how much we care about you. On behalf of the drug court staff.
I just want to say thank you.
he told me to bring the mic down here because he said he couldn't hear me. Just breaking the protocol. When you've done all you can, seems like it's never enough. And what do you say when your friends turn away and you're all alone, all alone? Tell me, what do you give when you've given your all and seems like you can't make it through? Will you just stand when there's nothing left to do? You just stand, watch the Lord see you through. Yes, after you've done all you can, you just stand. Tell me, how do you handle the guilt of your past? Tell me, how do you deal with the shame? And how can you smile when your heart has been broken and filled with pain, filled with pain? Tell me, what do you give when you're giving your all and seems like you can't make it through? Shall you just stand when there's nothing left to do? You just stand, watch the Lord see you through. Yes, after you've done all you can, you just stand. And be sure, be not entangled in that bondage again. You just stand. And endure. God has a purpose. Yes, God has a plan. Tell me, what do you do when you've done all you can and it seems like you can't make it through? Will you just stand? Stand. 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 You can't give up. You just through the storm. Stand. Through the rain. Stand. Through the hurt. Stand. Through the pain. You just don't you bow. Stand. Don't you bend. Stand. Don't give up. Stand. Don't give in. You just hold on. Stand. Just be strong. Stand. God will stand. It won't be long. You stand through the storm. Stand. Through the rain. Stand. Through the hurt. Stand. Through the pain. You just, after you've done all you can. After you've done all you can. After you've done all you can. After you've gone through the storm. After you've done all you can. After you've gone through the after you've done all you can. After you've gone through the after you've done all you can. After you've gone after you've done all you can. You've been wounded, you've been hurt, after you've done all you can. And you cried all through the night. After you've done all you can. Look for someone to tell your troubles to. After you've done all you can. And you prayed and you prayed and you prayed all you can. Prayed and cried. After you've done all you can. Prayed and cried. After you've done all
Governor McAuliffe, please come forward. Governor, on behalf of the entire Richmond Adult Drug Court family, we sincerely appreciate your remarks, your presence, and your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it less than $100?
It's $26 exactly. Maybe you ought to show it. Since I have announced that it's only $26, maybe he ought to show you what it is. But I think that's correct, isn't it?
Well, the reason I ask is, I put a $100 gift ban on myself and my family, which is the right thing to do. We need more transparency in our Virginia government. But the other day, I went to an event and I got a lovely gift, and there was a gift from my wife. So I opened mine. It was a nice nameplate, and I had one for the First Lady, and I said, "Is it less than 100?" "Oh, absolutely, Governor." I got home, and Dorothy took the wrapping off, and it said Neiman Marcus on the box. I said, "Oh, that's not." So I said, "Dorothy, got to have it go appraised." So she ended up getting it appraised. I ended up spending an extra $350 on a scarf I didn't want, my wife didn't need. So thank you.
And I will tell you that the gift is from the Library of Virginia, and part of the $26 comes back to the Commonwealth.
Deal.
All right. There are neither words nor gifts that could express our appreciation to Delegate Carr, to Mayor Jones, to Senator Marsh, to the Imani Singers, and to everyone here on the stage who's been a big supporter and a big contributor to the Richmond Adult Drug Court program. We do not have gifts for each of you, but please know that we are sincerely appreciative and we look forward to your continued support. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, I have a list that's 4 pages long of all the dignitaries and officials that are here today, and those of you who know me know that I am not going to read all these names. But I do want to recognize several persons, and I'm just going to recognize the rest of you in groups, and please forgive me. I do want to recognize the fact that we have the Secretary of Public Safety here, the Honorable Brian Moran. Could you please stand? In addition to Mayor Jones, we have City Administrator Brian Marshall here, and we have 3 members of City Council, Ms. Graziano, Ms. Robertson, and Mr. Agalasto. Could you please stand? We also have several judges here. We have judges from the federal bench, Judge Payne, Judge Spencer, Judge Cheek, Judge Franks, Judge Tracy Thorne-Baglin, Judge Angela Roberts, Judge Taylor, Judge Tunner, Judge Harrison, and if I'm omitting any names, please forgive me, but could all those judges please stand? We're honored to have a number of other elected and appointed officials. There are 2 that have been particularly supportive of us here in the Richmond Adult Drug Court, Sheriff Woody and the Chief of Police. Is he still in the room? Yes, he is. Chief Tarasova, can you all please stand? And we also have several individuals who, please forgive me, but I'm just going to group everybody together. From the executive, legislative, and judicial branches at the state, federal, and local level. We have a number of Richmond City officials. We have other members of the police department, other members of the sheriff's department. We have Richmond's Commonwealth Attorney, we have Richmond's Public Defender, we have some people here from the State Department of Corrections and the Virginia Supreme Court. Thank you all for being with us today. Let's applaud them. And I have about 30 names of people who are from our extended state and national drug court families, in addition to our local drug court advisory committee. So with everyone involved in any way with any aspect of the state or national drug court community, please stand. All right. And now, most importantly, our past, future, and current graduates and their family members. We are extremely grateful for your support. We are extremely grateful for your patience and your understanding. And all of our drug court graduates are here because of you. Our current, future, and past graduates, please stand. I also see a number of other individuals who are former law clerks, student interns. I see the clerk of our court is here, and I know I have omitted some names. Please forgive me. But I do have to finally say thank you to our phenomenal staff. Let's give them a round of applause. Our drug court participants have been successful in leading clean, drug-free lives and being employed, in reducing recidivism, but drug courts also have saved money. And I wanted to end by letting you know some of the empirical evidence that establishes the success of drug courts. In 2012, we had a study done, and I'm sure most of you know that drug courts have been analyzed, studied, and examined more than any other criminal justice program in the history of the United States. But that study from the Center for State Courts established that every drug court participant in Virginia, and the study is a 2012 study, saved Virginia $19,000, over $19,000, and the total amount of savings for that year was over $18 million to the Commonwealth of Virginia. And for that reason, I ask for your continued support of drug court. Now, please join all of us upstairs in a reception. Thank you very much.